Hi, fifth graders. Welcome to 2021. Hard to believe we actually made it through 2020. How great is that? I want to welcome you to January, and we're going to start off the year with some survivor books. Why not? So, our author this month is Lauren Tarshis. She is the author of the I Survived books, and this is a little bit about Lauren. I live in Connecticut with my husband and 4 children. My parents, mother in law, my brother and sister in law, and 3 nieces all live right around us. This makes me very happy. When I'm not with my family or working on Storyworks, a great magazine for kids, or writing, I like to be with my friends. I met my 2 best friends when I was 11 years old, and I still talk to one or the other almost every single day. As I get older, I try harder and harder to learn new things. Learning to write a novel for young people was a process that took many, many years. This year, I learned how to create this website, which was really fun. I also learned to bake perfect chocolate chip cookies. The secret? Put the dough in the fridge for an hour or so before you bake them. And I learned how to hike in the wilderness. My first time, my friend and I got lost, and a mysterious old man appeared from nowhere to help us. Otherwise, we might still be there. We learned our lesson. Bring a compass and a good map. So that's a little bit about Lauren Tarshis. So some of her books that I will be sending over to you include I Survived the Japanese Tsunami of 2011, I Survived the Great Molasses Flood of 1919, I Survived the Great Chicago Fire of 1871, the eruption of Mount St. Helens of 1980, the destruction of Pompeii, 1879, the Battle of Gettysburg of 1863, the attack of the Grizzlies of 1967, and the American Revolution, 1776. I also am going to send over some other books that are survival type books as well, something similar, especially if you already have read the I Survived books. We have a couple of new survivor type books that have recently come out, and they are all part of the AR family as well. The Girls Survive series is really captivating, and it seems to be growing in popularity. This one happens to be Charlotte Spies for Justice. It's a Civil War survival story. And there's a whole bunch of these, and I'm sending them all over for you guys to take a look at and see if you might be interested in the Girls Survive series. This one is actually a You Choose book, and it's an interactive battlefield adventure. This is the Battle of World War II. So you get to make a choice as you're reading through this book where you want to go and where you want it to take you. This one is a part of a series called The Survivor Diaries. This one's The Dust Storm. There's also Overboard, Avalanche, and Lost. And let's see, we've got some other books that have some survival-like qualities to them, including Julie of the Wolves. And this was a winner of the Newbery Medal. All those fun awards are going to be coming out here very, very soon at the end of the month. And you'll get to start to see what the new Newberries and the new Caldecots are. So this story is all about this. Faced with the prospect of a disagreeable arranged marriage or a journey across the barren Alaskan tundra, 13-year-old Maya chooses the tundra. She finds herself caught between the traditional Eskimo ways and the modern ways of whites. Maya, or Julie as her pen pal Amy calls her, sets out alone to visit Amy in San Francisco, a world far away from the Eskimo culture and the frozen land of Alaska. During her long journey, Maya comes to appreciate the value of her Eskimo heritage, learns about herself, and wins the friendship of the pack of wolves. After learning the language of the wolves and slowly earning their trust, Julie becomes a member of their pack. And this is Julie of the Wolves. There are several other books in the collection I'm sending over to you guys by Jean Craig George, and you'll be able to see what you think of those as well. Most of them, again, they're like honor books for Newbery, so you know they're pretty good. This is My Side of the Mountain. Abby has a wonderful surviving book as well, and this is Eyewitness Iron Thunder. It's the battle between the Monitor and the Merrimack. I keep reminding myself I could swim and that the water would be cold so I shouldn't be shocked. I told myself that the river was calm with far less ice than before. At least I wasn't thinking about Mr. Quinn. Only one not looking nervous was Erickson. After a bit he cried, "Is all ready?" "Ready, sir," came the answer from the hammer holders. "Hammers up," I heard Mr. O'Keefe call. Heart pounding, I forced myself to keep my eyes open. Captain Erickson lifted an arm and shouted, "Strike the blocks!" There was a crack of a hammer, blows to the blocks, and the next moment, the Monitor slipped down the way, slow at first, but picking up speed. I was afraid to breathe. And that's a little excerpt from Iron Thunder. And the last book we're going to talk about that has that survivor feel to it is a book called Jefferson's Sons. Beverly, Harriet, Madison, and Easton are Thomas Jefferson's children, but their mother is a slave, so they must keep their father's secret identity. They get special treatment, better work, better shoes, even violin lessons, but their lives are still slaves. Their father has promised to set them all free when each turns 21. Some of them are light-skinned enough that they will be able to enter white society and thereby turn their homes back to forever. Others won't have that option. So just what did their father mean when he wrote, "All men are created equal"? Told in 3 parts from the point of view of the 3 Jefferson slaves, Beverly, Madison, and the third boy close to the Hemmings family, these engaging and poignant voices shed light on what life was like as one of the Thomas Jefferson's invisible offspring. So it is a survival story about Thomas Jefferson's children that were slaves. So, 5th graders, I hope you enjoy these survivor books. And until next time, stay safe and be well.